Super Typhoon Haiyan, a brutal storm bringing ferocious winds and rain to the Philippines.
Tindog Tacloban appears to have suffered the worst of the Category 5 storm.
And waiting out of the red corner, the fighting pride of the Philippines,
The death toll is expected to rise sharply across the country. At least 100 people have been killed
10,000
here.
people have died on this island. Neighbourhoods unrecognisable from what they were before.
As foreign aid pours into the country in bulk, the national government promises to account for all the donations. This comes after concerns aid and other supplies might not reach their intended recipients. As of Wednesday, the department...
What is left is a major humanitarian crisis as officials try to help as many people as they can to rebuild their lives.
All to the winner by unanimous decision.
Pagbagyo, karoy ko diri na magawas nga ni. Pero tuod akong asawa, pag naluoy ako, may nagsangpit man namon, amo to nga. Gumawas na lang kami, kaya taga-dina naman ang tubig. Iyan na lang yung kuan, ginganto ko dito ng Luyon Barangay Hall. Pag abot namon na ito may Barangay Hall, baga umabot ako nga, may lumupad, ginsiring ko niya yung misis. Ngatun, kilid ang Barangay Hall. Di masumiring ako, umagin ng SIM. Pag agin ng SIM, amo ito nakaigo ng SIM, utod ang tiil. Kuno. Gutaya lang yan. Tungod siguro nga, dili pa tinutugot tamon, o tungod nga, may dako dinara nga, siring pa nga, diri ordinary nga, kuan, nakakabulig. Kaya ini, marang ako nga, dako inimbulig ako. Nira. Dako inimbulig ako. Nahadlok ko. Natural, nahadlok ako.
Typhoon Haiyan was the largest and most violent storm in recorded history. It cost the lives of over 6,200 people, and almost 1,800 are still missing. More than 16 million people across the Philippines have been affected.
Mayor Alfred Romualdez, thank you so much for joining us on BBC World News. The local government has been criticized for its slow response to the distribution of aid to the many victims here in Tacloban. What do you have to say to this?
We are also the victims, and that's why we needed help from the national government to supplement and to support us so that we can get our equipment running, our trucks running, and our people going.
So do you think, Mayor, that politics has affected the aid effort?
I can't even think that far anymore, and I don't want to think that. If there's a problem there, then it's our people that will suffer. If there are mistakes, I hope the national government will correct it. So,
sir, good morning.
Morning. Ano itong pinipilahan nyo?
Attendance po.
Attendance. Nakalagay dun sa lamesa, missing. May pirma kayo sa missing? Ha?
Missing na po kami. Ngadara? Yehey. Payo daw pagpandara. Basta may motor.
Ayaw kay lubat niya Dorothy. Kuha daw dito ano, ang charger ni Mark. Ang Mark charger. Ate dito tano. Charger.
This is our house. Almost all destroyed. This is our kitchen and our bathroom is there at the CR. It is ano. And that's our banana. It destroyed too. Almost nothing left. I think February or January, my father will rebuild our house. May kahiton. Ang kanan purtahan. Nalaknit. I will have a birthday with no house because of super duper typhoon.
Family rivalries have always shaped the political landscape of the Philippines. The families of Mayor Romualdez and President Aquino have long been locked in a bloody fight for power. Like a Shakespearean tragedy, the rivalry has shaped how the government responded to the disaster.
The people were disappointed that help did not come soon enough. Not so much the food, but the presence, the overwhelming presence of the national government was late. You know, unfortunately, that everybody wants to be Superman. So everybody wanted to take the helm and decide what's best for a situation like this, which is very dangerous. We have to leave that to professionals and not politicians.
Kung diri itong barko nga nagrurubahan mga bala dito, boss, bangin anamon din diri maruruba kay madigo na itong buhos ko ito. Upat nga buhos ko nga proteksyon kung in case nga magmamaraot ang kuwan, panahon. Nga diri kami nakikilala nga damo nga kwarta. Kinala namon nga igo makakakuan lang, makakaayad lang amo inip yan. Amo na nga na ito nga baga nakakuan tirok-tirok po tayong kwarta. Amo ito nga kinihimong punan. Tima ito nila. Pag-stop ko na baga nagkukuha na kami pag negosyo.
Nagbabaligan isda ako. Kadakila kami magkakilala. Pero gwapo ito. Yak mo kung mayat niya picture. Kung waray mawasaw eh. Open ito. Ang kasal kami at kilala.
Itong mga iba nga mga tao, itong mga sibilyan pareho hakon. Waray ko sundong gobyerno, itong mga reko, mga lusante, mga Chinese kay may daman nila kwarta, makakayad man nila. Masugad damon, dili kami makakuandayon kay
Bahay nakatakihon. Pero nasa ko Ginoo, gusto ko man na bermin, ayaw gana. Tagi pag kung ginabuhi nga na. Maka-survive tayo nga bagyo, Ginoo, ayaw gana.
Mga 50 years na kami din eh. Ano lagay kami? Tubdob nga buhay pa kami.
Oh, kamusta kayo?
Biko.
Buti ka pa. Ay, mabuti na lang, nabuhay tayo ha.
Oo.
Gaano kataas ba ang alon dito?
Ako, mataas.
Doon sa may pa na yun. Diyan sa may ano. Tao na yun.
Umabot dyan?
Oo, umabot dyan.
Mabuti nakaiwas kayo.
Doon kami sa Timpulo. Sabi niya doon sa taas.
Mabuti na lang, naka-life jacket yung mga anak ko, nakakapit sa poste, hindi natangay.
Kaya nabalitaan namin nga, si Christine daw kung nawawala.
Oh, pero na-rescue naman ng umaga. Grabe. Hindi, sige lang, kaya natin to. Ayusin lang natin to. Sige. Oh, titingnan ko lang yung barko, paano natin maano to eh. Mga clearing. Ay, how are you?
Ministro po ako sa iglesia.
Ay, kaya nga doon, sinabihan ko nga eh, ba't doon pa sa dagat? Eh doon, pag konting bagyo, baka naman casualty na naman tayo. Mas dito na lang, mas maupay pa. Oo, kakatakot doon. Oh, pero magkakaroon tayo ng ano, ang gobyerno maglalagay ng relocation sa loob ng mga bahay. Pero bandang norte. Pero mga balay na. Kaya
Inanuhan na lang nila ng lupa sa kayo, no? Yung naipuan. May patay pa dyan.
madami? Damo pa din eh.
Marami pa. Ang dami kasi namin nawala rito.
Call Pastor Eugene, tell him. Anibong. So tell the guys.
Wala daw daanan dyan.
See, this is a wake-up call to especially the informal settlers who live right in the water. When I became mayor 2007, and way before that, when I was congressman in 1998, they were already there. I wasn't born yet, they were already there. I mean, you know, they were living in those areas. So it's about time, you know, we have a law that would ban them from staying, you know, in those storm surge prone areas and relocate them. And the problem here is how relocating them is costly. But now we're talking in the thousands. That's why I'll need the help of the national government or any NGO or international community to help me move and set up a community outside of the city. And this is what I'm looking at now as one of the challenges that I face.
The EU Commissioner, Kristalina Georgieva, has pledged €7 million to help with relief efforts.
What is your opinion? Which sector, is it food, water, shelter, or medical care, is most important for your area?
We need the funds for shelter because if we put temporary shelter, the people will not transfer.
But people like to live in the same place where their house was before, I assume. But
yeah, but we don't like that because not beside the water.
It's not possible. Regarding food, if you have money and it can be transferred in anything, food or shelter, and you clearly say use the money for shelter.
Shelter.
Is that correct?
Shelter. I need shelter.
Okay.
As international money and aid poured into Tacloban, political alliances rather than need informed the decisions made, and both families blamed the other for the fallout and suffering caused by their rivalry.
What disappoints me was the resources of the armed forces is readily available and it was not used. If you had foot soldiers that would come here even 12 hours because of, you know, the distance, there still would be people alive.
Himarket Baguio. Ay, yan Baguio. Ay, karan. Mobile. Ba nag-floating. Danay na diri ako karuyag kuliwat nga. Banyan hila ko tam dinhi tam lugar. Maghihimo na lay papan ban tent. Pero waray paliwat kwarta amo ngadto na lamas. Nasige ako ngadto.
Kung madato bang kanyero na tinarom?
Only 4 roros, tapos may red tape pa.
Red tape?
Tagal. Red tape pa pagkuhan.
Bayaran, lagayan.
Lagayan, tapos mahirapan eh. That's the... Yan ang problema. Takes Batog and everything would be...
Man-made catastrophe. Ha, di ba? Hayin ka mo. The problem is not the distribution from other places and abroad to here, to the airport. What you've seen is when it got to the airport or when it got to the port, distributing it to the people was a problem. And actually is a problem. You know, it's a mixed feeling. First of all, that most of the destruction that we just went through are houses that shouldn't be there in the first place. Now, if you talk about destruction like this, I mean the commercial areas and the business, that I really feel bad because it affects everybody. The informal settlers definitely will have to move because if it will be a violation of the law if they stay there, and by force we will have to enforce the law. You see, but at the same time, also for humanitarian consideration, that we're giving them a place to stay.
Diri yung mga kabot kay private land ini, diri ni public land. Ang gobyerno, diri ra ada makapipirit kung baga in private land. Baga diri ada kumasugot. Dili ang itong politika after kuha na eleksyon tapos nang tanan.
Most of the people who are not going to come back here are those who do not have any assets anymore here. Those who feel that they've lost everything, which is mostly informal settlers. When we do zoning, we will allow commercial establishments like restaurants, but I will definitely not allow dwelling places wherein people will have to spend the night or sleep. It's dangerous.
All to the winner by unanimous decision, the fighting pride of the Philippines,
I'd like to thank to all the Filipino people, especially to those people who are affected by typhoon. The fight is for you. The honor is, is for you. Thank you so much to all of you, to all your prayers, and thanks be to God that He gave me this victory and He gave me strength tonight.
Mayor Romualdez is now locked in his own battle with the city's informal settlers, who don't agree with his plans for rezoning and refuse to be relocated outside of Tacloban and away from their old homes.
I don't like leaving the city like this. It's sad when, I almost died, my family, I almost died. The houses and all that were all destroyed. People close to me died. The city's in ruins, Then you get frustrated and you say, what's happening here? I like to be remembered as a mayor that got hit and stood up and, got going again.
Masakit. Kung pwede lang, pahit ako sa hinu. Dili na ako makahimo. Ano ako mga hinimo ito. Wala magukar. Sana na, maunahon ako na lang nga. Gabay ako sakit tinduro. Hindi naman ko makakakuan. Hindi naman ko makahimo pagtao lang ito na kung ginihimo.
Asya nagkuhan hini nga bagyo para it mga tao magbago nga kuan diri na magbuhatin marao tumuo na haiya. Pero maswerte gihap ako kami na may the second life.